So what are we doing today? This is a quick one. This is a Samsung dishwasher. People have a love-hate relationship with Samsungs, but for me, this dishwasher's been pretty good. Obviously, I just do kind of an annual maintenance on it, sometimes twice a year, depending on how it's operating. But you can see I've taken out all of the connections. They are up here in the sink. So these are just all the hoses that runs all the water. So just a practice of mine is just to make sure that I'm flushing them out, making sure any of the stuck on food particles that just get caught up and around here are all washed out and flushed. Give it a good rinse. These all pop right back into place. So it's not rocket science by any means. You can see it comes from there, runs up. There's a clip right here in the back. It clips up to the top there. And then obviously it's got a runner underneath that will clip in here. And where's the second one? And right down there for the middle section. So real easy to get that off to clean it out. And that's, again, something I just do, as well as taking care of just the door surround. This is pretty much any dishwasher. You know, they do have self-clean modes as well, but it's just good practice to, you know, these things are always full of water. They're always full of gunk. I try to rinse plates and scrape as much, but you're always gonna have food particles. Some dishwashers have little traps that you can easily just kind of unscrew and pop out pretty easily. The way that they do it in the Samsung is they've got this guy here, call it the snail, because of the shape in there. But you just take out a whole bunch of stainless screws, real easy. This whole unit pops out, as you can see. I'm gonna take this piece off as well, just to make sure I can clean up in there. But as you can see, again, this has been about a year, but there's a fair amount of gunk. Usually for me, it's the chicken. So you get the stringiness of the chicken on sometimes, and it's on the plates that gets rinsed off and coagulates together. But anyway, you just give that a good wipe out. And as you can see, this is the drive here, right? So this is where all the suction and everything in the pump comes through. So as it flows through here, you can see we're just kind of clogging up any of the ways that the stuff can get in. So one of the things you'll start to notice, we'll talk about that in a second, as to when it's about time to clean. I should note, one of the other things I do is I pull this screw out. You got to hold on to the disc here so the screw will pull. But underneath, there's a screen. There's a whole bunch of more gunk, and you can get to everything else. But that really helps with the impeller and making sure that it's just running the way it should. That is yummy and delicious. Look at that. All right, guys, moving along. You can see here, I'm going to turn off the sink. I separated out the screen, and you can see I'm cleaning it out because you can see the food stuck in there. And that's another tell sign. You start looking at screens like this and you can see the food starting to stick up in there. And then obviously in here, again, this has been a year. And so, yep, we're getting through it. So when do you do it? You start to notice. I always use jet dry anyway and the cleaning packets, but you just start to notice that either dishes aren't coming out as clean as they normally do. They're still wet. Again, it's just, you're kind of noticing that it's not doing its job, right? And so a lot of times people see that and they go, oh, there's something wrong with my dishwasher. It's not working right. It's working fine. It just probably needs to be cleaned. Again, this is a Samsung, but it probably holds true. We had a Maytag before this. My mother-in-law has a Bosch, and I've had to do cleanings on that as well. It's kind of a maintenance item, and most people don't think about it. So they just keep running these things and not worrying about them, or they'll call a repairman who will come out and do these types of things. So something easy you can do. Doesn't usually take a lot of tools. Like I said, even a hand screwdriver would take care of this, and some paper towel. You know, I don't go in there and start spraying it down with Lysol and everything else. I literally just wipe everything out, because the dishwasher with the soap in it itself does its own cleaning. So that's it. Real easy, real simple. This isn't that long of a video. I'm not going to show you how to take this all apart and put it all back together, because it's screws. And it's a very specific model. And, you know, you can go to places like appliancepartpros.com. They have a whole bunch of videos for broken pieces and how-tos. But, yep, just something you should know, be aware of. Make sure you clean your dishwashers. Again, either do it once a year or twice a year, whatever works best for your schedule. Again, I do it as part of a spring thing, so works for me. All right, guys, take care.